Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. In the last days I have mentioned a new swing trading strategy that I have been testing, and I have mentioned that in the first month I made 32% in profit. Therefore, of course, I've gotten a lot of questions if I would share some more about this strategy and what stocks I'm in and so on, and of course I will. There are no secrets on this channel. So, before I go on to show you all of the details here, please remember to subscribe and like. And if you are a part of some sort of Facebook group or otherwise groups on the internet where you think my videos could have some sort of use, then please share them. That would be appreciated very much. So, let's get straight to it. First of all, 32%, that is amazing in 1 month. You can just take up your calculator and see that if you start with $100,000, 32% per month. Now, how long will it take before we are more wealthy than Warren Buffett? Now, of course, the 32% is not something I can keep doing, and there are some caveats here that I need to address. First of all, the 32% is on a demo. It is paper trading. It is, of course, sadly not my own money I've traded here. So this is just what I'm going to show you today. This is the first basic test. Secondly, it's only for a month I've tested so far, and a month is no way near enough data to test this on. We need several months. We need to test through different market setups, market regimes, a bull run and a crash and a sideways market and so on, before we can really say if this is really something good. Then, thirdly, I have used leverage, one-time extra leverage than my own money, meaning that the 32% would, just with my own money, have been 16%, and the swings, the volatility, would of course have been cut in half as well. So that is some important things to remember, so we don't go absolutely crazy with our calculator and Excel spreadsheet to see how soon we will be billionaires. This swing trading results is from US small cap stocks between $200 million and $2 billion in market cap. So that also means that there are some restrictions. I cannot just have an account with $10 billion and then figure out that I want to buy each of these stocks, because I would pretty much own the market and I would move the market with my purchases. So that is also a limitation to the strategy. But that said, it sounds quite nice here for a start. Let's have a look at the S&P 500, because of course we want to compare to the overall market, because we do want a strategy that performs better than the market. And what I did is I started here the 15th of November, that was here, and I ran it now for the first month. That is the stats we're looking at here. I ran it until the 15th of October. And in this time span, the overall market had made around 2.3%. So our first little check here is, does it outperform the overall market? Yes, we can say it does. Even without the leverage, we're making 16% in a month. So that is quite nice. Let's get to just my spreadsheet here. And what you can see here is that I am dividing my money up on 20 stocks. So I'm pretty much taking 10% of my money, put in each and every stock. And with 20 stocks, we get up to 200% of my entire account, meaning I'm using 1 times extra leverage. Now, what you can see here is I started out buying some different stocks. There are different dates here. I apologize that the dates are a bit in a messy order here, but you can see I started out the 15th of September and bought some stocks there, and I bought some more over time here. These two marked in gray, they have been sold with a loss of 5% and 11% here. And the reason why these are marked red is that they are very close to getting a sell signal. So I'll have to look extra careful or look extra at them here when we start up Monday to see if they break down below my stop, because then of course they are out as well. But right now I have these 20 stocks. I'll show them on the charts just in a second. But as you can see, as of right now, you can say this is not 32%. No, and that is because we closed down at the 16th of October, and we actually took a drawdown of 3.5% on this extra day, but I wanted to make it for precisely a month. So from the 15th of September to the 15th of October, we had 32%, but then we took a drawdown here Friday. All right, you can see the graph for the swing trading strategy here each and every day, or at least from the 29th, because it took some days before I realized that it might be a good idea to actually track this each and every day. So that is what I'm doing right now. Okay, let's have a look at the stocks we have been looking at. And if you have seen my video from the other day, where I am talking about how to use this screener to find the small cap stocks with, then this is actually exactly what I'm doing here. And I have put a little red arrow in at the point where I have bought the different stocks. So you can see we start out with Shutterstock. That is one of the I made a video about that the other day. It has gone up a few percent since my video, so that is quite nice. I bought it down here. So what we're looking for is stocks in a trend. I am not, as I do in my normal strategy, I'm not really looking so much at the weekly charts to make sure that it is in a green zone here. I am looking for trends on a daily chart, and then a swing down to the 20 SMA and some buyer power upwards. So Shutterstock is one of them, has been very nice. We have Bed Bath & Beyond here. Also a stock, I took that here down the 16th of September, and as you can see, that has really been one of the stocks that take the price here, because it is up, above 90%. So remember, if we can make just one or two or three of these stocks to be one of these stocks that goes up 100 to 200%, then we can take a lot of small losers at 5 or 10%. So it might end up that we don't have as good as win rate here. It might only be, let's say, 30% in win rate. So only 3 out of 10 stocks will be in profit when we close it. But that doesn't matter if our profit is several 100% on the winners and only 5 or 10% on the losers. So that is what we call a positive expected value, and that is what I'm looking for in this strategy. So Bed Bath & Beyond, you can see it here. We are up 92.6%. We have a couple here that is out now, so I'm not going to show you these. And you can, this is of course not investment advice, but you can take these and see if there are some stocks among these that you want to invest in. But many of these have gone up quite a lot, and therefore I might not recommend that you really invest in them, because they might have run most of the course right now. We have Avanos Medical here, bought down at the first day of the test here. And what do we have? We have Assure Power Global, that was bought here and is already in a loss here, and this is one, if I remember correctly, Assure here, that is one of the stocks. It is down almost 13% and has got a red mark, meaning that if it drops further down here on Monday, then I will sell it. There's no subjectives here. I have some very hard rules. We have InMode here, has gone up quite a lot. We have TechTarget, which is a very nice stock. I actually got my first buy signal on this one down here around 30. So it has gone up quite a lot. Then it went sideways for a while, and I got my buy signal here. That was kind of nice. It has gone up nicely ever since there. We have Lithium Americas. It shot really nicely up and then has dropped somewhat back. But the RSI is above 50 here, and we are just hovering above the 20 SMA, so that is quite nice. I'm not selling this one yet. We have the China Yuchai International, I think it is pronounced. And if I were to look at some price action here, I might think, oh no, this is a bearish engulfing pattern, meaning that we have a good green candle here, and then we have a red candle that is surrounding the entire body of the green candle here. So this might actually take some downturn here, but again, I have very strict rules. I'm not really looking at candlesticks patterns or anything like this. So I took it here, bounced off the 20. We were in a good uptrend with all of our criteria here, so there was no doubt this were one to buy. Let's see how far that will run. Remember, I'm not trying to predict which of these stocks will make 100 or 200%. If I could predict that, of course I would only buy these stocks. But I never know which one of the stocks will make 100 or 500 or 10,000%, and which one will hit my stops down at maybe 5 or 10 or 15% loss. But so I just take all the buy signals, and if they hit my sell signals, I sell, and there's not really any regret Of course, I always like to make money and not lose them, but I know that losing money on stocks is a part of the game where I have to go through simply to find the winners. So I'm not really regretting anything, I'm simply just following my rules. We have a Collector's Universe here, also one where I got my first buy signal down here when I tested it down just below 30, and that is one of the stocks that have gone up 100%. Not a stock I would really think would have the potential to make 100% like this in a few months, but again, I try never to guess which of them will be winners. Then we have Alphatec Holdings here. As you can see, also a nice winner, bounced off the 20, went back, bounced off again, and then went completely crazy upwards here. A really good winner here. We have the Donnelley Financial Solutions. Many of these companies, I don't really know what they are making. We have C-Spine, I think it is, C-Spine Holdings here. We have American Superconductors also, and as you can see, the red arrows show you where I get in to the stock. We have Aspen Aerogels, we have City Trends, we have CleanSpark, and this is actually one of the stocks also that is, you could say, waiting for a potential sell signal. If it dives down below this bottom here, then it is sold with a loss. No regrets there. We have Aqua Bounty, and we have, this is actually the first new stock I bought. I took 20 stocks in and I could not buy any new stocks because I had spent all my liquidity. But when I sold the first one up here, Computer Services here, I had money enough to buy the Lazy Boy, and that was bought here, and it has gone up nicely since then. Last one in the portfolio is one I bought just the other day here, and that is Sykes Enterprises. And as you can see, it is down here, and that is when I sold the NanoString. I had money to buy the Sykes. So as you can see, it is going up nicely. This is with leverage. At the 29th, it was at 7.4%, and of course without leverage, 3.7%. I am just cutting this in half. I know there are some costs of the leverage that I have to calculate eventually, but right now I'm just trying to figure out if this strategy can cope with different market regimes. So as you can see here, it is going up nicely. Of course, there are days with drawdowns. Here it took a drawdown of 1.1%. Here we took something around 1.5%. Here it went down 0.8%, and then here we took our last latest drawdown here, and that was, what is that, 3 point something percent here, 3.7% I think it is. So that was the largest drawdown so far. Remember, these numbers, they look good, and we are saying, oh yes, 28%, that looks nice and we can be wealthy in a hurry. Just remember that there will be large drawdowns, because many of these stocks that are running up nicely, we have the 72%, we have the 60% here, and 28%, 19%. We never sell them at the top, so they will take a hit before we get our sell signal. So many of these stocks might take 5 or 10 or 12% nosedive before we get a sell signal. They'll still end up in a profit, of course, but that means that we will get a hit on the 28. If everything was hitting its stop loss here just on Mondays, just turning the nose downwards and hitting the stop loss, this 28% might go down to, I don't know, 18% or something like that. So this is not for the weak stomach. It is some nice returns, and especially when using leverage. But also remember that when we use leverage, we take on some heavy risk on the downside as well. So don't fall in love with this number. I will give you updates 1 or 2 times per month on this portfolio, so you can follow it and you can see what kind of stocks are getting into the portfolio. So, and I'll be brutally honest, and I will also tell you if I think that the system, the strategy is failing its test. If I can see that it is all of a sudden losing 50%, that is more of a drawdown that I have the stomach to take. So I'll be very honest, and I'll tell you what I think of it during the test. So if you would like to hit that bell notification, you will get a notification when I put new videos out. Also meaning that you can make sure that you see when I put my next swing trading test video out. Alright, that's all for now. Remember to subscribe and hit the like buttons and all that, and share the videos everywhere you go on all Facebook sites. That would be appreciated very much. Okay, take care of yourself and your money out there, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.